Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So what's up in Japan? At this point, I don't really think Gogeta being in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie is a spoiler anymore, as after they released yet another official trailer for the movie, Gogeta is pretty much everywhere on the internet, and you've probably seen it 5,000 times already. And now that we know Gogeta is coming back and very much canon to the Dragon Ball universe, I think it's time again we revisit the age-old question: who is stronger, Gogeta or Vegito? And what exactly are the differences between the two fusions? And yes, they are very different not only in how they look, but how they perform, as well as how the fusion was done. In a recent new translation of a weekly Shonen Jump comparison between Gogeta and Vegito, done from Kanzenshu, one of the best sources for Dragon Ball anything, they gave us an extremely detailed report on all the differences found between Vegito and Gogeta. They also released an infographic about Gogeta Blue in the latest Shonen Jump, which actually answers the question for us, but let's take a look at the older one first. First of all, these two forms are achieved through two different methods of fusion. The first method is potara fusion, which we've seen Goku and Vegeta perform in the Zamasu fight, where they put on earrings given to them by the Supreme Kai to fuse into Vegito. The second method is the fusion dance, which is used to achieve Gogeta. The two users must be close in their power level in order to achieve a proper fusion dance, and once fused, you can see that half of Gogeta's face is Vegeta, and the other half is Goku's face. Now for their costumes, Vegito's costume basically merges Goku's and Vegeta's clothes together, and so it looks pretty much like what Goku wears, except Vegeta's signature blue is added to the color scheme. For Vegito, the costume actually comes from the planet Metamor, which is where the fusion dance was first invented. Now for the actual matchup between the two, here is where it starts to get interesting. Gogeta can only stay in his fused form for only 30 minutes before they split and return to normal, whereas Vegito can stay in his form for much longer. By using the fusion dance, which require the two users to be very similar in how strong they are, Gogeta actually has better balance and is able to draw out their power potential to the max. Compared to the potara fusion used by Vegito, which any two users can use to fuse as long as they possess the earrings, Gogeta definitely overpowers Vegito if we're talking about pure power. So they summed it up basically by saying, Gogeta will be stronger than Vegito for the whole fight until they get to the 30-minute mark. If Vegito can hold up not getting defeated by 30 minutes, then Vegito will have the upper hand. And so, if they're fighting strategically, they would use Vegito for longer fights, whereas Gogeta would be the better choice if they need as much power as possible, which is probably why they went for Gogeta to fight against Broly in the movie, as nothing short of their maximum potential would be able to hold its own against Broly. This battle is probably going to be a race against time for Blue Gogeta, as they pretty much need to beat Broly before they get separated. So again, the two forms are for two very different purposes, with the fusion dance used for a more powerful fusion, but one that has a very strict time restriction of half an hour, and also much more difficult to perform as it requires practice and the two users to be similar in size and power. Potara is a much more stable form of fusion where there is no limit on size or power. It can last much longer, but the power output is a bit lower. So with that, I think the debate is over, and we can conclude that Gogeta is in fact a little stronger than Vegito. But will Gogeta beat Vegito in a fight? That all boils down to how long Vegito can hold out for before Gogeta's fusion gets undone. But wait, in a latest Shonen Jump infographic, it seems like they actually addressed this exact question. It says, if Vegito was born from Potara, then Fusion Dance gives birth to Gogeta. Two equally matched ultimate trump cards. Again, two equally matched trump cards. Said by Shonen Jump and not Toriyama, but still it's pretty much official if it comes to Jump. So I think that wraps it up. The two forms of Vegito and Gogeta are actually equally matched. One may be technically stronger than the other, but in terms of practicality, they are equally matched and can be utilized for different purposes. And there you have it, Gogeta versus Vegito. Which fusion do you like better, and if you still think one fusion is stronger than the other, feel free to let me know down in the comments below why. Anyways, thumbs up if you liked the video, don't forget to smash the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.